Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to give you a quick explanation as to why you probably should arm lock. So basically there's three ways that a putter can move, three directions a putter head will move. So the first direction is in this plane here, which is adding and subtracting loft. Okay, so if we call that the first plane, if I turn this putter 90 degrees, the second plane is the lie angle plane. So that's the second plane there. And then the third plane is actually the rotation of the face. The rotation. So when a putter moves, backward and forward, the face is rotating sometimes. It's definitely adding and subtracting loft. And it also can be moving in that plane. So we've got three planes of motion when a putter moves. With any style putter, it doesn't matter. And I'll explain to you why we should probably be arm locking. Okay, so that first plane that I was talking about is the adding and subtracting of loft. Now when you arm lock, the putter is connected to my left arm like such. And then basically that means that when I'm moving along here, on the proviso that I keep this putter attached to my forearm here, I can't do that and add loft. Or furthermore, I can't subtract loft because I can't get that there. So if you are arm locking and you have the putter connected to your forearm here, it must be connected below the elbow to comply. But if it's connected as such, when you hit a putt, you cannot almost add and subtract loft. That eliminates that first axis. Okay, so as you can see here with these short putts, if I keep the putter attached to my left arm when I'm hitting them, I'm going to get a consistent amount of loft on the putter all the time. So that axis with arm lock is solved. Now you can't, obviously we're not measuring these with the captor or anything, but basically on the proviso I don't do that, there's no adding or subtracting of loft. Okay, so the second axis is the lie angle axis. Now when the wrist has full range of motion, so with a normal putter, we can easily change that lie angle. But again, with this left hand locked in against the shaft here, that is impossible for me to move my wrist up and down. I can move my armpit up and down here, my arm up and down, but it is far more likely to change the lie angle from this motion than it is from this motion. So again, arm lock, solving the problem of lie angle axis. Okay, so the third axis is this face axis. Now, arm lock doesn't solve this problem, but it helps when the left wrist is locked in on the shaft, and certainly with that adding and subtracting of loft and the adding and subtracting of lie, the face often is looked after better, although it's not looked after entirely, right? It's not. So two of the three axes are good to go with an arm lock. Now, with a standard putter, I can add and subtract loft. Doesn't matter if I've got reverse, doesn't matter. I mean, some people will say, oh, if I go reverse grip, it's going to lock that. It doesn't lock anything, I can still do that. I can still do that, I can still do that, right? This, that. I have full range of motion. Doesn't matter if I'm clawing, I can still do that. So arm lock actually physically locks in two of those three axes, and that's why I think you should give it a go.